it's a tough life. Sandy said, if you become an actor, you'll never own a home. John Garfield's wife would never let him buy a home out here in Hollywood because she always wanted him to go back to New York and the stage, which fortunately he did before he passed away. Not having money is difficult. Times get tough. You go from day job to day job, following the dream, following that inner impulse that says, this is what you really want to do, so keep at it, keep trying to do it. And Alderson Janney, an ex-student of mine, she came to my class out here and she talked and she told this story. She said she had been doing a lot of little plays in off Broadway for several years after she graduated from the neighborhood playhouse. And she wasn't getting very far. And she said, one day I just fell on the floor of my East Village apartment and started sobbing. And I said to myself, I can't do this anymore. I've got to have money. And now talk about destiny, the phone rang. She answered it. It was a director she knew who had worked with her and I suppose realized how talented she was. And he said, I have a play and there's a part for you and I'm taking it into the Kennedy Center. You'll get your equity card and you'll be paid. And the rest is sort of history, because once she got into something that was where people could see her and recognize her talent, things started to take off for her. But that was her beginning. But then she said, of course, quitting was never really an option for me. But I was just so broke that I didn't think I could take it anymore. So I think that's what's difficult. You can't eat like you should. You have to scrape by, and just following that inner impulse that says this is what you want to do and this is what you're going to do. And you keep at it, you keep at it, you keep at it. And it's tough. Mary Steenburgen, also a graduate of the Neighborhood Playhouse and Academy Award winner, she said, one day I walked into my bathroom and I said, after 5 years of trying, she said, I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, do you really want this bad enough to have to live like this? And she said, no one was more surprised than I was when the answer that came back was yes. So she stayed with it, and she became she was a very fine actress, but she became an Academy Award and many other awards, just like Alderson Janney did, for her acting. So until you make it, it's tough. It's tough. You just have to keep picking them up and putting them down in the direction of becoming an actor, if you can't do anything else. If you can do anything else, by all means, do it. It's very nice. It's very nice. The living is very nice. It's not as expensive, food or lodging, apartments, as it is in New York. And it's kind of like a fairyland a little bit, and quite nice. some of the homes, and I'm not talking about Beverly Hills or Holmby Hills, but just regular homes. They're beautiful. I live up in the hills, and I have a view as behind me, and see the Hollywood Hills and Hollywood sign, and quite nice, quite nice. You have the beach, you have the desert, and you have the mountains. If you ski, go to Big Bear. It's really quite nice, all within an hour, 2 hours from the center of Los Angeles. You have to have a car, but if you get a car when you come here, make sure you get one you like, because you spend a lot of time in it. The traffic is a problem, but it's very nice. It's very nice to live here.
What's it like
I like it.
What's it like compared to New York?
New York, one of the main reasons that I left New York, I had been there for 37 years, fighting that winter, that freezing city in the winter. Freezing, freezing, freezing. And I lived right off the Hudson down in the West Village, and I would open the door to go to work, and Merce Cunningham would be coming towards me, and we had a nodding friendship, say hello every morning, and he would go up to his ballet school, and wonderful man, and I would go to work at the neighborhood playhouse, and that wind would cut me to the bone. And when I was young, I didn't mind it too much, you know, 37 years. But finally, I just said, I just don't want to do this anymore. You know, it's harder in New York. It's much harder. You carry your groceries home. You carry your cleaning home. You know, here you put in a car and you drive home. It's just easier. Good old Hollywood. I love it.